We are trying the Little Women Orchid House blend tea today. I am 47% through this book. I wanted to try the Little Women tea first because for some reason this book gives me the Little Women vibes. It has 3 daughters and the mom, and it just gives me that Little Women vibes of, talking about the past and the present, and I'm loving it so far, and it's so cute, and I love it. So, let's test out this tea. Ooh, it's good. It's like got that green tea apple flavor, which is like super like common, not super like super strong, but like very tasty. And I want to save the box after I finish all the tea to decorate my area where I have all my books because I love Little Women. So I will see you guys next time for more tea testing. It is day 2 of testing out teas. Today we are trying the Harney's and Sons Cherry Blossom Tea. It is supposed to be a spring awakening to the senses, refreshing green tea with the bright, juicy flavor of cherries. I am going to test it out. If you have read the book Tom Lake by Anne Patchett or are planning to, there are cherry trees involved in the book, and so I feel like the cherry blossom tea is the perfect addition to reading that book. It is now time to test out the cherry blossom tea. I like it. Most like flowery, fruity teas, like they either are very light or either they're very strong tasting. And the very like strong, fruity flavor teas I don't always tend to like. Whereas this one is like the cherry, it's like the perfect taste where it's like it's not too strong and the fruity flavor, but it's not like you have that like kind of like almost like an aftertaste of cherry. It's very interesting. I actually like it. I actually tend to like a lot of flowery teas. As you know, since I like that jasmine green tea, pearl tea. It's good. I like this. So, I will see you guys tomorrow for day 3 of testing out teas. Bye! Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. It is day 3 of testing out teas. I was given this box of just different teas from Harney and Sons to try. And today we are trying this mint verbena caffeine-free herbal tea. And it also has lemon verbena in it. I did not know this, but they are 1% for the planet. And we are going to test them out. It is supposed to be light and refreshing. We are back. The tea is ready and we are going to test it. I go to work at 11. I will probably get there a couple minutes early because that's just how I am. I actually personally normally like mint tea, so I feel like I am really gonna like this. Yeah, I really like this. I love peppermint tea. This one definitely has the more like mint taste rather than the peppermint taste. I feel like there is a mint tea at this restaurant in Richmond that I really like getting. I will see you guys The mint tea is a win, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 4 of testing out teas. Bye! Good morning. I am definitely grooving the jury day outfit and trying to work on reading Fairy Tale by Stephen King. So I'm gonna make me some tea. We are trying pomegranate oolong tea from the Harney and Sons. This is another one in the black box. So we are gonna make this and see how this is. I'm a little nervous because fruity teas are either not too strong or either they are way too strong for me. So we will see. It is one of those days where you just want to cozy up in a blanket and read. I am now on my second book in my 60-day or 60-year, not 60-day, brain fog there, 60 books in a year challenge, and we are reading Fairy Tale. So far I'm really liking it, but I'm still like very early in the book. I think that it's like a very like misconception that Stephen King only writes horror, because I mean, part of what interests me about this book is that it definitely has that more like fantasy vibe and more like kind of where it's like more like suspenseful and fantasy, not horror. And so that was part of what interested me about the book and why I was drawn to it in the first place. Which, like, I never read Stephen King as a kid. I was never that person. But we are testing out that tea now. I decided, you know what? It is just that type of weather. It is the perfect weather for tea. So, we're going to see how this pomegranate oolong tea tastes. I am using one of my favorite and beloved mugs. I gotta say, it's actually pretty good. I thought it was gonna like taste horrible because of the fruity aspect, but it actually does not taste that bad. You don't like, the pomegranate is just strong enough that it doesn't like get too like icky. It's like that perfect amount of pomegranate. I would actually drink this again. I'm impressed because fruity teas for me are definitely usually a no because of the fact that I don't like that they're super strong. And so I'm impressed that it's like literally perfect. Same thing like the cherry tea that I've already tried. It was like just perfect enough. So far I am considerably impressed with Harney and Sons, and that's saying something for me. Only because even though I've tried other things by them, I'm just impressed that I have no like bad thing to say so far. I will say there are still a ton of teeth to test out, so we will see. I'm gonna go back to reading my fairy tale book. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Today is, I'm not even sure what day it is. Like I think day 4 or 5. But we are gonna try the next tea. It is a raspberry herbal tea. It is, I'm very interested to try this. I personally really love like raspberry and chocolate and just raspberries. So I am very interested to see how this tastes. I am going to brew it and then see how it is. Alright, we are back and we are testing out the raspberry tea. I like that. I like that a lot. I personally tend to like raspberry. I like that you taste the raspberry, but it's not super strong. And you get like just enough of the raspberry to not feel like overwhelmed by it. Yeah, I like that. That is good. So far, the Honeys and Sons have been really good. I'm like surprised. The next one, I'm not sure I'm gonna like. It is a chamomile tea. I have been kind of like peeking to see what's next. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that one because I like chamomile when it's mixed with other things, but by itself, I don't always like it because it tends to be a little bit more on the bitter side. But we will see. I'm thinking we will try it tonight before I go to bed, or either like in the afternoon time when I'm just kind of in my like winding down time while I'm knitting, or doing more of a activity where I'm just relaxing. So I am gonna head out for work soon, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Good morning. We are trying this angle because the sun just wants to beam right in here. I am deciding that we are going to try to break this video up into a series because, as you can see in this box, there are still a ton of teas left to try, and I also still have my peppermint tea that I have not tried yet. But I am feeling like it is time to try this common chamomile tea because I am feeling a little anxiety about my next. I am doing some articles for the local newspaper, and I have not heard from the editor, and I am like dying to hear from him. And I also I'm just kind of feeling. This smells a little strange, but that's just me. I also am not a huge chamomile fan, so we're gonna see how this is. I am working on boiling some water right now. But yes, I am excited to try this. It does say there's honey in it, I think. Because if you look on the back, there's like the little bee with the honey on it. And so we will see how this is. And I do wish like it gave more information on what's in it. But I think the point is to just try it, see if you like it, and then you can go look it up. I am realizing that I probably should have saved the ones that I like so that then I know for the future. But I can also go and watch my video. So far, I think my favorites are probably actually, to be honest, I think my favorites are probably the more fruity and flowery ones. So, like the Little Women Apple Orchid, the Cherry Blossom, the Raspberry. The pomegranate, I wouldn't say is a favorite. I would say it's like one that I like, but I wouldn't like. I don't think I would buy it all the time. But I'm like impressed that like they actually have made that like. Most of the time, tea brands just can't win me over that way. So I do think the raspberry might have been like my top so far, but that's just because raspberry is like one of those things that I love. I always hate that they're so expensive in the store. So I don't know. So we're gonna try this chamomile, and then I'm gonna do a new video. I will see you guys in a few minutes. I am back. We are currently working on a never-ending knitting project. I am trying to make a blanket. I have 2 different blankets I'm working on that they were supposed to be Christmas gifts, but less than learned for the future is to start in September or August, which I have talked about in my goals video if you watch that. So let's try this chamomile tea. I do find that knitting is very relaxing and calming, which is one reason why we are doing it. So let's try this chamomile. See if it's calming and if it tastes good. It's like, okay, so I would put that at like, whereas like I feel like the other teas I've tried so far get like an 8 or maybe even a 10. I feel like the chamomile gets like, I can't decide. It's better than most chamomiles I've tried. So that is why I'm like, I don't know where to put it, because most of the time I do not like chamomile tea and I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong. So if I am, sorry. Yeah, I feel like most of the time I put chamomile at like, I feel like normally I would put it down at like a 4, but it's because most of the brands I have ever tried are just not good. They stink. They just don't taste good. But this particular one actually tastes okay. Like, it actually does not, like, it's not disappointing. I will say the Tea of Republic also does like a peppermint chamomile, and I like that one as well. So I don't like, I'm like, it's like I don't dislike it, but I wouldn't say I like love it either. Does that make sense? I am having a hard time making a decision about it because I don't feel like it's the best in the world, but I also feel like, man, this is actually way better than others I've tried. You tell me in the comments below what, like, based on like my reaction and my thoughts, like, how would you rate it? Because I don't know. So, like I said, we're gonna make this a series because I still have so many more teas to do, and I just feel like this series, like if I make this one video, it's gonna end up being like over 30 minutes long. So I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.